Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Ghana. Mahama rejects arrogant aid from Trump. Hey! Every day I get prouder and prouder of this beautiful country called Ghana. The country that was named after an ancient kingdom in which there wasn't even a single person who was poor. I can't wait to relive that. Can I repeat it? Did you know that the ancient Ghana kingdom never even had one person in there who was poor? They were all rich. It sounds like a fairy tale. But my brother, this is not a telltale. It's reality. Hey, the ancient Ghana kingdom was so rich in gold. And it was technologically advanced to the point that people came from Spain and some other such places, modern day Spain, my brother, my sister, to come there and learn guerrilla warfare and how to smelt gold and some other such things. But for some sins of our fathers or our uncles, we have descended so low to the point that any uncircumcised son of John could approach us and wave and wag a certain carrot in front of us as if we were little rabbits, little bonnets, without looking at what hole has been dug in front of us. We end up making pepper soup for them in their own style, in their kitchens. Can I calm down now? My brother, my sister, every time we hear about loans, aids, and grants, they are coming from the West to us. It looks like we are the destination for every kind of aid and grants. Anybody who has some crumbs from off their tables in the West and they need these crumbs to be cleared would certainly direct these crumbs to the people of Africa. And of late, Africans are even fighting each other and chasing and hating each other in xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Go back to your country. Go back. Go back to your country and fix your country. My God. Hey, I chanced upon a report, a news item from no mean media house than Reuters. Reuters published a story, and when I saw it, it shocked me. Exclusive. And it was published when? Look at the date. April 28th. I read the story only 25 minutes after it had been updated. A few minutes before we got into the studio. And I believed that you deserve to see where our country Ghana is going unprecedentedly. I've never heard this. Exclusive. Ghana rejects proposed US health aid deal, citing data concerns. Source says, hold it there. Can I read it again? Exclusive. Ghana rejects proposed US health aid deal, citing data concerns. Source says. And this is written by Robbie Corey Boulay. Run it and watch the story as it unrolls in front of your very eyes. Dakar. And you know where Dakar is? Senegal. 28th April, Reuters. Ghana has rejected a bilateral health deal with the US. A source familiar with the negotiations told Reuters. The latest stumbling block to the Trump administration's efforts to overhaul foreign aid. Wow. Wow. Now the government of President John Dramani Mahama balked at terms requiring the sharing of sensitive health data. The source said. Listen. Spokespeople for Ghana's foreign ministry and government did not respond to requests for comment. Now, the U.S. State Department said that it does not disclose details of bilateral negotiations. We continue to look for ways to strengthen the bilateral partnership between our two countries, the spokesperson said. Now, the Trump administration in September announced a new America First global health strategy that calls for poorer nations to play a bigger role in fighting HIV, AIDS, malaria, tuberculosis, and polio in their countries, and eventually transition from aid to self-reliance. Now, the U.S. Agency for International Development was dismantled earlier this year. Intense U.S. pressure to sign deal, source says. Now, the U.S. has dispersed 219, yes, the U.S. has disbursed 219 million American dollars in foreign assistance to Ghana. Listen, including 96 million American dollars specifically for health for 2024, the year before Trump administration's cuts to foreign aid, according to government foreign assistance data. Now, the deal that the two sides started negotiating last November would have called for 109 million American dollars in U.S. assistance for health over 5 years. The source said it was unclear how much Ghana would have been expected to pay. The same issue sank talks with Zimbabwe this year and also prompted a court to suspend implementation of Kenya's deal, pending the hearing of a case filed by a consumer protection group. They were pretty normal dealings and negotiations in the beginning, and then increasingly there was a lot more pressure, especially at the end, the source said. Washington then set April 24 as the deadline to conclude the negotiations, and Accra decided it would not agree to what was being proposed, the source said. Ghana has communicated its position to the Trump administration, the source said. As of Monday, yesterday, the State Department has signed 32 deals under the America First Global Health Strategy, representing 20.6 billion American dollars in funding, made up of 12.8 billion American dollars from the US and 7.8 billion dollars in co-investment from recipient countries. The State Department spokesperson said Washington expects additional memorandums of understanding to be signed in the near future, the spokesperson said. Wow. This is the first time all my life I am hearing that an African nation has stood toe to toe with an American president and said, you know what? Yes, we are seen to be poor, but we are tired of aid. Keep your aid. When Nana Addo told us Ghana beyond aid, we all rose in excitement and gave him a permanent standing ovation until he made sure that our elasticity point was broken, until he made sure that we lost our erections and crumbled like houses of cards under his very eyes. My brother, my sister, Mahama looked at Trump in the eye and said, yes, you know we need this money, but we are not ready for the consequences of the money. Take it back to Washington. What a president. What a president. Can you imagine? We need money to fix our roads. We need money to fix schools that are still under trees. We need money to be able to pay for students to go to school on scholarship. Mahama looked at the money and said, you know what? Dantemakatuma manje. To feed me today and look down on me tomorrow, I don't want to take it away. It's a Gomba proverb. And as little children, we sang it on the streets of Tamale. Dante makatuma manje. Aba. Ye dante makatuma manje. Wait. Dinya la dante makatuma manje la 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 la. Kai. Ye dante makatuma manje. Trump. Ye dante makatuma manje. Trump. Dinya la dante makatuma manje la 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 la. Trump. Dante makatuma. To buy for me and feed me and insult me later. Please keep it. I don't want it. How many more African leaders are ready to walk this bold path? This is a crazy psychopath who can drop bombs on us anytime because we owe him 2 pennies. He's a psychopath, my brother, my sister, a crazy psychopath suffering from mental neurosis, my brother, my sister, who can drop bombs on us because we did not allow him to have his way because he gave us 2 pennies. Such a man, I want to be as far away from his gifts and his aids and his grants as far away as possible. A man who dreams war, a man who dreams about eradicating and annihilating a whole generation of the Persian people, all because he has had a mental breakdown, mental neurosis. He's a psychopath. This is the man whose money you are taking. You must be crazy yourself. This is the man who is making sure the world will never be at peace, yet he sleeps on the Bible every night. What a pretender. And he brings you his money and you take. Hey, if you don't want any calamity, stay away from the devil's visits and gifts. That's what Mahama has demonstrated. 109 million American dollars might be big money, but it's peanuts when it comes to trading your mental health with that. It takes deep heads to understand what I've just said. Sometimes your peace is non-negotiable. It doesn't matter if this guy here has a certain squirrel on his head, or he's that psychopath who is only thinking war and missiles, and he doesn't care, spending trillions to kill innocent people, all because he wants to have his way. And yet this is the guy American people think is the best man to rule their nation. Mahama has taught him a lesson. Yes, we are poor, but we have dignity. Yes, we may be poor, but we have dignity. We have self-respect. Keep it. Take it away. Like my Jamaican friends will say, keep it for your picnic. You disrespect a Jamaican man and give him peanuts. He looks at you in the face and say, yo, where you take me far? Keep it for your picnic. I say, keep it for your picnic them. As if he doesn't introduce expletives. This is the kindest he can go. Keep it for your picnic them. Keep it for your children. Mahama, we appreciate you. And writers, thank you so much for going underground and unearthing this. I will not receive a gift from a psychopath. I will not receive a gift from a man who is suffering from, what's the word? Come, Black Rasta. Come, Black Rasta. What's the word? You can't do this. Eli, lama shabachthani. Megalomania. You can't let me down. He is suffering from megalomania. He's a megalomaniac. Find out what that word means. Thank you, Mahama. Thank you for giving us dignity. Now I feel like having tears come out of my eye. I am tired of being called a receiver and never a giver. I am tired of being looked down on. I am tired of having my own brothers in South Africa chasing me. I saw a video today and I cried for 3 hours non-stop. And when my children were coming out, I had to hide my face because they didn't have to see daddy crying. You know what I saw? I don't want you to see that. I saw South African men walk into a hospital in South Africa with the doctors and nurses in there, ready to save lives as they have vowed to do. And the command, simple. If you are not South African, leave this hospital. He repeated with his gang, and he has something popping out of his pocket. It looked like a jackknife, maybe poisoned with some of the most poisonous herbs they have in Zululand. If you are not South African, leave this hospital. I heard him say again, don't let me repeat it. Move now. Women, young girls, 2 of them came out. You could see that they were weak and coming out. They said, get out. Of course, there were many outside there waiting for them to be roasted over a slowly burning fire. And you know what brought tears into my eyes? Now, these people have been saying that foreigners have been coming to enjoy public service that is being paid for from their taxes. And therefore, these foreigners and the foreigners are me and you. Not the Pakistanis, not the Indians, not the people from Azerbaijan, not the people from Dagestan, not the people from India, not the people from America, not the people from Canada, not the people from Britain, but me and you. Black Africans. He shouted again for the last time, if you are not South African, leave this hospital. And I saw a woman get up, holding her little child. They were taking a step at a time. And I heard the child, about 2 years old, crying. I broke down. Maybe they crossed the border into Limpopo in order to get health care that they cannot get from Zimbabwe. Or else this little child may die. Now they come to get it. They are denied it. Only God knows what will happen to this little child and their mother. It brought tears into my eyes. Africa, why? That is why psychopaths like Trump can wave these carrots in front of us rabbits. And we don't get to see the holes that are dug in front of us. Thank you, Mahama. We appreciate you. We love you. God bless you. Hey, Kwame Nkrumah said, and I want to end with that. It is better to be in peace in hunger than to be well fed and be in shackles and chains. Lucky Dube from South Africa sang it. Do you wanna be a well-fed slave or a hungry free man? Do you wanna be a well-fed slave or a hungry free man? The choice is yours. Sankara told us, he who feeds you controls you. It's your choice, my brethren.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.